Aiming at peace in yourself through those troubles is how we remain peaceful, and not letting it overcome us. And these countries that we've come into, they can find peace without our help, without our drones.
Yes.
They can find peace, and so will we.
Beautiful. I just had to take the time to look around and absorb the fact that you guys all traveled here, whether you live here, whether you've, know the risk of arrest in the sun, by the way. Thank you. I'm so sorry that we have you. And
no, it's 20 below zero where I left home, so fine. I'm basking here.
We're sending him back sunburn. And basically, to wrap up, I want to ask about, tell us what you can about the actions tomorrow. And tomorrow is definitely a day of action. People have come from across the nation to be here. And again, Camp Justice is right across the street. People have tents. We've got porta potties. You guys have organized some fabulous meals. You two are going to organize our dinner, helping set up the dinner for tonight. Who provided all these meals? Tell me about that. Let's give some thanks, and then tell me what you can about who provided the meals.
The Las Vegas Catholic worker provided the evening meals.
Mm-hmm. And then Code Pink provided breakfast, and everybody, I believe, provided their own lunches.
Yeah, and I've heard Veterans for Peace had a hand in there as well. Yes, and also, what can you tell us about tomorrow?
Not much. We're not finished with our plans. We're going to over supper pulled it all together. And no, because this is live, we want to keep some surprises for the police and the Air Force. But it certainly will be nonviolent, and I'm very taking part in the process. Very heartened by all the ingenuity and creativity going into this. And also, we know we have no idea what the responses of the police and the military will be, and we'll have to be flexible to meet them. And I feel very confident from our process these days that we'll be able to do that.
Right. Anybody want to add one last thing about the action for tomorrow?
I just want to mention real quick, I think you see a lot of people walking around with beautiful sky blue scarves on. So these scarves are from, Robert and I both have one on, and you guys should all have one too. This is, it originally was called the Blue Scarf Campaign, and it originated back in 2011 in Afghanistan when one of the delegations that went over to Afghanistan to spend time with the Afghan Peace Volunteer Movement, which I was on, and Brian eventually went on as well. I've worked many times. We created this Blue Scarf Campaign because a lot of our friends in Afghanistan, looking down at the earth in Afghanistan is not pretty. It smells, it's dirty, it's dusty, and it's sick. But looking up, the sky, like we heard last night in the play, is blue. It's blue. So the blue sky reminded them of peace, and so i.e. came this Blue Scarf Campaign, which reminds everybody that global peace is possible. So one of the things I guess we can say about tomorrow is there's probably going to be 100 people wearing blue scarves out here and really sending that energy to everyone.
Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to wrap up because you guys got some dinner, but also you spent a lot of time here with us again. Right here in the blue, this way, by Arctic Fox. Right next to me we have Mary Lou Anderson, representing the Western Shoshone Nation and the Nevada Desert Experience. And then to my left we have Brian Terrell, speaking on behalf of Voices for Creative Nonviolence. Definitely one of the organizers today. I've heard you speak a lot. Very kind words. I always hear you speaking when you're trying to kind of sort of corral people, so to speak. And my far right, we have Mark Kelso from the Nevada Desert Experience and the Catholic Worker. Thank you very much. Also a veteran. And then, last but not least, Robert Majors from the Catholic Worker helped lead some nonviolence workshops and some beautiful words about peace. Thank you very much for spending your time right here. I know it couldn't have been easy. You really wanted to be out there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Frank.
So, peace.
Bye-bye.
So we're going to thank you very much.
Solidarity.
Solidarity.
All right.
I'm going to cut the audio right here, but we'll continue on the video stream for a little while.